us a splendid October evening in the nation's capital. We come to you tonight from RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. The Hogs are here, 218th consecutive sellout of a Redskin game. And tonight, an NFC Eastern Division battle. One of the traditional rivalries in the NFL. It's the New York Giants coming in with a 2-5 mark, taking on the Washington Redskins, who enter the fray with a 3-5. Second down and 10, no gain on the last play. Split behind Frerotte. Dillard right side. Frerotte goes short. Bobbled, intercepted, picked off, and here we go. Vincie Glenn. Vincie Glenn has Frerotte to beat. He gets by Frerotte. There are no flags. Vincie Glenn will score for the Giants. 75 yards.
And Vincie Glenn said to us yesterday when we talked to him, he said the opening defensive series will set the tone for the game. He said we have started poorly in most of our games. He said I want to get it started fast. They gave up 2 big passes to Ellard early in the drive, and then the tip ball, actually what a tip ball was, a missed pass by Mark Logan. It should have been caught, and a gift to Vincie Glenn.
That's the 3rd interception of the season for Vincie Glenn, and a distraught Gus Frerotte on the sideline. Off the hands of Logan, and Vincie Glenn's going to admire his work on the Giant screen here at RFK Stadium. Acquired in a draft day trade with the Minnesota Vikings, said to us last night it was time to move on. He welcomed the trade.
You know, and Vincie Glenn has always been a guy that's been around the football. 21 interceptions the last 4 years. And that ball, just plain and simple, should have been caught by Logan. Should have caught it 2 or 3 different times. But Vincie Glenn gives the Giant offense a big lift, and Dave Brown by getting an early score. 9 seconds,
yeah. Something like that. I like the way he's catching it.
Yeah. It was a pizza thing?
Right.
Yeah.
Second down. Oh, Frerotte intercepted. Picked off for the second time. This time, Philippe Sparks.
And the first one was not his fault. That one was Gus Ferrotte's fault. Shouldn't have thrown this ball. Couldn't get enough velocity on the ball and threw it right into the hands, the waiting arms of Philippe Sparks, number 22, who's had a real solid season for the Giants thus far.
Jamal Duff was the man who was in the face of Frerotte. Sparks gets the intercept. Giants lead by 4.
Yards a game rushing than they did a year ago without him.
Ryan Thur, number 74, hurried on. Here's Frerotte. Has it batted back and picked off. And here goes Mike Strahan. Michael Strahan, the defensive end, chased, caught, down at the 1.
Boy, what a bizarre game of turnovers. I mean, we've seen a fumble that shouldn't have been a fumble by Hampton. We've seen an interception return for a touchdown that shouldn't have been an interception. It should have been caught by Mark Logan. It has been a very odd game. This one just gets rejected. This is a Wilson burger. Somebody gets their arms up. Look, it was Jamal Duff again, number 96. He was the guy who caused the interception earlier. He has caused both interceptions, Jamal Duff has. And Michael Strahan, I think it was Terry Allen who hustled down to make the stop. Never quitting. But hasn't this been kind of strange?
Weird.
Strange. The turnovers have been just very bizarre.
It was Terry Allen who caught him. Michael Strahan with the interception. That's 3 in the ball game. Second and goal. Charles Way in motion. Quickly. Touchdown. Fought off the block of Stanley Richard. And Tyrone Wealthy gets his second touchdown of 1995.
I don't know whether that was poor tackling or a good run by Wheatley. But it looks like one of the defenders, I guess it was Stanley Richard, got his helmet on the wrong side of the running back and allowed Tyrone Wealthy, number 28, to get in. Now, I thought he was going to bounce this thing outside right away and score with some speed. But he should have been stopped, really. That's a tackle that I think Stanley Richard should have made and prevented him from going to the end zone.
Daluiso with the extra point. Well, both touchdowns, the result of interceptions. Vincie Glenn goes 75 yards with an interception for a touchdown. Michael Strahan picks one off and goes 62 yards to set up this play.
Well, a new era for Giants. Rodney Hampton's always been the guy in the past. This time it's the #1 draft pick, Wheatley.
He played for Norv Turner when Norv was with the Rams as an offensive assistant before Turner went to the Cowboys. Here's Frerotte. Got him. Robert Harris, 3rd sack of the season, first tonight. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the Giant defense has played well in this first half, but what they have not been able to do is play well for an entire game. And Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator, says that's what I want. I think this was pretty good coverage. It's made him hold the ball a long time, and it gave Robert Harris plenty of time to get to Frerotte.
Matt Turk is on to punt for the second time tonight.
Another 10 yards.
Kozlowski comes in now as a second tight end on 2nd and 10. Brown back, goes deep. He's got a man. Here's Mike Sherrard. No flags. Touchdown. Dave Brown, Mike Sherrard. Nifty play.
And we said during their 6-game streak last year, he played consistently and he made crucial plays. And he's done that tonight. He threw 2 consistent balls in a row, one to Callaway, one to Sherrard, and he's made the critical plays, and that's the difference. That's why it's 20-3 right now in the lead, in the favor of the Giants. That was a perfectly thrown ball because he didn't have to adjust at all.
Only the 5th touchdown pass of the season for Dave Brown.
You know, they have not had a lot to smile about this season, but tonight, as they were smiling there, they deserve it.
And for Sherrard, his longest gain of the year. It's been a night of big plays. That's the first one on offense. Good job of holding. As the kick goes through. Daluiso.
And it started with awfully good protection, but he drills this ball, and Mike Sherrard had guys beaten by a good 5 yards. See, one of the defensive backs, you see, just stop right there. That's James Washington. He was beaten. Looked like he was expecting some more help from a free safety who was not there. I don't know what happened to the safety, the other safety, but it wasn't anywhere near Sherrard. And we talked about their wide receivers being an underutilized asset. Well, they've used them tonight.
Mike Sherrard's 57-yard catch with the pass is the longest pass play for New York this season. Longest pass play for the Giants, Dave Brown, his 5th key pass.
They're not chasing from the backside.
2nd down, 11. Here comes Armstead. They got him. Jessie Armstead. First sack of the season for number 98.
And he has played the best of all their linebackers this year, Jessie Armstead. Started the year really kind of as a special teams guy and a 3rd down back. Number 98, you're going to see him come up late next to Strahan's 92. Kind of a delayed blitz. Beats the back Allen. And makes the play. But he has played well on special teams. He's intercepted a pass for a touchdown, and there he makes the sack.
3rd and 18. With only his 2nd catch, a fumble, and it's picked up. It will be down by contact, I believe.
No, it's going to be a Giant ball.
Yes.
It's going to be the Giant ball. He said his knee was down, but another turnover.
Vincie Glenn. He does pick up the fumble, but it is down by contact after the fumble.
Remember how the Vikings always turn the ball over and you know, making big plays. Vincie Glenn played in Minnesota, did it there. He has brought that to the Giants. Now he has a fumble recovery and an interception in this ball game tonight.
First down.
Always seemingly around the ball. Winans actually makes a pretty good run. It looked like he was going to get the first down. And the strip right there by Vincie Glenn. Made the strip and then the recovery. You know, he's never satisfied with just the tackle. 4th turnover of the evening. It means a lot to him. It's important.
And how did you spend your bye week? He got an elbow operated on. Yeah. The better to improve his golf swing. The kick by Daluiso is up, and it is good. So Brad Daluiso is now 9 of 11 on field goals for the season. That one's good from 31. And it extends the New York Giant lead to 21 points.
So remember, Gus Frerotte is a good 2-minute player. And again, I think where the Giants have to be very careful right now.
Down by 9, 3 seconds shy of 7 minutes remaining. And they've got a pass play in, apparently, because there are no tight ends in the lineup. Well, now one, Bell splits wide left. They'll throw it. No, they won't. Sack.
That's a bad decision. You know, help me, Vern. I mean, you're down by 9 points. Help me. Yeah.
The math is you've got to have 2 scores.
Now, Norv Turner's a smart guy, and Norv Turner has won a lot of ball games, but you needed the field goal here at some point in the fourth quarter. They were clearly in field goal range, and that's the right call. Joe Patton, number 68, does a nice job this time. Strong inside rush. I think it was Stacey Dillard, number 71.
And Turner's reaction and that of Dan Reeves.
Got injured here in the third quarter of this ball game, and yet he continues to roll.
Henry Ellard looks on. He's got 6 catches for 110 yards. Second down and 10. All the way back to the 31-yard line.
Willie Beeman off the corner. That's twice off the corner. Once it was Vincie Glenn who came. That time Willie Beeman. A perfectly timed blitz by Beeman and a good call by Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator. He almost, well, he did dodge the first one, but that gave Keith Hamilton and Jamal Duff time to make the sack on Frerotte. But good defensive scheme there on the blitz off the corner by Beeman.
4 sacks tonight. 3rd and 24. Deep left side. Oh, my goodness!
Then picked off.
It's intercepted.
So he caught it, and then I think he took it away from him.
And down
again
by contact. It's Randolph.
Man, oh man, we have seen a lot. That ball was caught, it was perfectly thrown, and then Randolph took it away from him. An incredibly unusual night in terms of the type of turnovers we've had, Vern. Great throw, real good catch, right there, and then he just takes it away. He did that earlier, and they took it away from him, and they wouldn't let Randolph, it didn't stand. That is not good. That is great defensive play by Thomas Randolph. He and Vincie Glenn have